Hello, my name is Jessica. Welcome to another budget freedom video. I want to talk to you today, guys, about budget fails. I know it's such a horrible subject to talk about, but I think it's important to talk about. A lot of people are, out there talking about their wins and how well they're doing and how everything is great and easy. And that can be kind of depressing sometimes, because life is hard and it's not easy and it's not always organized and working out great and on schedule. So I want to share with you some of the fails that I've had and my family has had. And how we overcame that and how we are now doing better with it. So we have our own business. We have a brand that we sell online, and it's higher end. It's not 100% luxury, but it's on the higher end scale. So we're not selling lower level items. We're selling good, high quality products and trying to keep them affordable for the average person. Actually, we do keep it affordable for the average person, but with good quality. Okay. And I started that business 5 years ago. So I quit my job and my husband quit his job, and we decided to do the business full time. And we had no other income. We just had our savings, and we started with $2,000 cash. We started our business, and you can see there's a lot of other videos about this. I don't want to go too much into it, but we had a budget. We had enough money to last our whole family of 4 6 months, and within 6 months we needed to be making enough money from the business to be able to support ourselves. And yeah, as things go, it was picking up and it was doing well, but it was not enough to support us fully. And that was a huge budget fail for me, because I had budgeted down to our minimum expenses. We were not spending anything extra. We were not going out. We weren't buying clothes. We weren't doing anything other than food, electricity, really, really basics, because we were fully invested in getting the business going. So when that happened, when we weren't making enough money, I had to redo our budget, and it was scrappy, guys. It was all cash. We had no credit cards. And we didn't want any credit, because that wasn't going to help in the situation. If you don't have enough money to live, how is owing more money going to help you? It's not. It's going to stress you out. So that's how we stayed debt free. But yeah, we had to make a lot of plans. So I had to get really creative. I had to get really strict with the meal planning. I had to find cheap meals that we could eat, but that were still healthy, because that's very, very important to me. And we had to see what we could consolidate, how we could consolidate and spend cheaper and spend less. We saved up when we bought a car cash, but not something crazy. It was a good, decent family car. It looked nice. It wasn't 20 years old or whatever. I think it was 5 years old at the time, something like that. But yeah, we were very conscious with our money and what we spent, and we just worked really hard. We put our heads down and worked really hard to get our income up so that it would meet our budgeting needs. And yeah, I sold things in the house that we didn't need. I sold any furniture or clothes or things that we weren't using, that we really didn't need. Even baby stuff, my kids were growing really fast at that point. Baby stuff that we weren't needing. I was selling everything, so that I was just trying to get in as much money as possible to supplement our income. And that's a really good thing that you can do. If you have a budget fail, if something happens and you don't have enough money to cover it, you don't have enough emergency fund, you don't want credit, or your credit is maxed out, start looking around your house what you can sell, guys. You'll be surprised, there's things that you're not using that you can sell for $10-20, and if you can sell enough of them, you can get a few $100 and really make a difference to your budget. So that's something that I've done many times. Also offering services. If you can babysit, or you can clean someone's house, or you can mow their yard, or I don't know, if you fix a car or fix computers, there's so many other things you can do. You can really get out there and just start doing odds, side jobs. If you're in a country where they offer something like, grocery shopping for other people, do something like that, or Uber. ride whatever one of these car services. Any other way that you can earn money is also another really good way to fix that problem. Okay. Obviously, last month, May, was a huge budget fail for me, and I did a huge video on it. My budget, I blew it by $1,500 because of my dogs driving me crazy and getting infected. And I mean, watch the video, guys. I explained it all there. So that was a huge budget fail for me. But I had to just pick myself up, find the money where I could in other envelopes that I had it, whatever we needed from our emergency fund, made a little bit of extra money here and there, pushing sales. And at the end of the day, we were only minus $350 even though we were $1,500 over our budget. Also we spent a bit less on some other categories. Like I said, you can watch the video and see. But I mean, that was a huge budget fail. That's massive. That cannot happen, But again, it's not about failing. It's about how you bounce back. It's about how you handle the situations, how you overcome them and move forward and do better the next month. Anybody can fail and give up. That's the easiest thing to do. It fails. No, I don't know how to budget. It doesn't work for me. I quit. I'm just not going to budget. Whatever happens. That's the most easy thing to do. The hardest thing to do is go, all right, I failed this month. I really, my budget just got destroyed, but I'm going to do better next month. That is the hardest thing to do. Or when you're only able to save $20 a month or pay $20 extra down on debt and you're moving so slow, it actually feels like you're moving backwards. That is really hard. That is when you have to reach down deep and just find the strongest last bit of energy that you have in your soul, in your body, in your mind, in your emotions, and push yourself forward and know that you're doing this for you. This pushing, it's not for anybody else. It's not for the banks. It's not, they don't care if you pay off your debt or not. It's not for your friends. It's not for, whoever you're following on Instagram. It's for you. It's for you as a person at the end of the day to feel good about yourself, to get financial freedom, and to move forward in a better direction. And it doesn't matter what you see out there. Social media is one of the most difficult things to deal with, I think. For me, it is, at least, because you go on, these social platforms and you see people with all these wins and with all this extra money, and they're making huge strides, and you just feel like, I'm such a failure. I don't, what do I even have to offer? What do I have to say? How can I ever get to that point? I'm not making even half that amount of money. But that's not what's important, guys. You need to focus on what you can do for you and what you can do for your family. And the more you focus on it and the more you think positively, the more positive energy you're going to draw to yourself. And it will make a difference, guys. You'll get a raises. New job opportunities will come up where you'll be earning a lot more money. Other side jobs might come up, your investments. Things will turn around. Things will happen for you as long as you stay positive and you focus on your goals. And make sure that, when you have fails, you just get up that much stronger, that much harder, and that much more focused. So I've had a lot of budget fails in my life, guys, a lot. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I have budgeted something and then it's gotten messed up and I've had to adjust it. But the one thing that I've learned out of the hundreds of times this has happened to me is just how to budget better. Maybe do a bit more research on something. Maybe budget a little bit extra if I'm not sure about the amount of something. Sometimes I rush my budgeting. Sometimes I will think that I can get the money a lot quicker than I can, and then I make commitments like to get a job done and I don't have the money ready. So in those situations, just make sure that you give yourself more time. Be patient. Don't rush things so that you're prepared when the bill comes to be paid. That's a big thing for us. Also, if you're on a variable income like I am, I'm running a business, work on the lowest amount, guys. Don't say, this is what I want to be earning every month. I'm going to budget for that. And then if I don't make it, then I'm in trouble. Look at what is your absolute minimum. Okay, what is the absolute minimum that I need to make to cover my bills, to live, to be happy, well, to a point, because obviously you're not going to be happy if you're not doing everything you want on your list, but try, and budget for that. And then anything over that, try to save it, or if you have debt, pay off debt. And then this is one thing, and this is like another rush, I guess, point, be patient. Just because you have 1 or 2 good months, that's not enough to change your budget. You need 6 good months before you change your budget, before you commit to a higher budget. So let's say that you're saying, all right, I'm making $3,000 a month now. Then you have 2 really good months where you're making $5,000, $6,000. You're thinking, yeah, this is good. All right, I'm gonna put $500 for a new car and this and that. Even if you don't get a car on lease, I'm saying like to save the money. Obviously save while you can, but don't just change your budget. Don't just take your budget from 3 to 4,500 or 5,000 because of 2 months. It's not enough time. You get periods like that when you make more money and then it drops down again. So you need to have a good 6-month period of really consistently making more money before you say, okay, now I can raise my budget to 4,000 or 4,500. And on a variable income, anything over your budget, just save, or pay off debt if you have debt. I really believe, and I've always said this in the 50-50 rule. So if you have debt, pay half your extra money on debt and half your extra money put in savings. Because at the end of the day, the bank will take your money, but they won't help you if something happens and you need cash. So cash is king. You need cash for yourself and for your family. Until you have that fully funded 3 to 6 month emergency fund, 50% goes to savings towards that, 50% goes to debt. That's my philosophy, guys. If you don't like it, sorry, but that's how I do things and how I look at it. And that's what I do now. Whatever extra money that I have, half of it goes into savings, half of it goes towards paying off my mortgage. I'm paying my mortgage off slower than if I put it all towards the mortgage, but at least that way I know that I have cash. So if I need extra cash or something happens, that I have money to help my kids and help my family. So to me, that's more important to have cash on hand, because it's happened to me more than once where I haven't made enough money that I need to make. Something has happened, like the kids grew out of all their clothes and I needed $200 to buy new clothes, like a whole new wardrobe. And, I'm not going to go take credit for that. I'm not going to throw that on a credit card. I'm not going to go to some credit agency and borrow money. And I don't have it, where do you get money from? So I rather have that money saved up so that I can say, all right, no problem. I got this handled. Take the money from my savings, pay for it, not worry about it, keep moving forward, replenish it as soon as I can, and not stress about it and not feel bad about it. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is when you start letting money control your emotions and letting money control your mindset, because we are all, wonderful, powerful people that deserve to be happy and healthy and live a good life and live the life that we want to live. So you really need to stay positive, and you just need to bounce back from any budget fail that you might have. I hope that this has been useful and encouraging. So if you like it, please leave me a like or a comment, or share wherever you're watching this from. And yeah, I will share more of my thoughts next time. All right, take care. Till next time, this is Jessica.